This film is perfect for watching with your partner. Many scenes are fascinating. So, this film tells the story of a woman kidnapped by a gangster leader. He has been looking for her for 5 years. Then, the man gives her 365 days to love him and will try to get her heart even though it uses a bit of force. The woman will be released if there is still no love between them during this 1 year. How is their story? Watch out and take care. The film opens with a man who is meeting with his business partner. It seems the business is not going well, and he approaches his son, Massimo. At that time, Massimo sees a beautiful woman whose name is unknown. His father advises him not to focus on a woman because it's the source of the problem. Suddenly, a shot from a distance injured Massimo's father, and he could not be saved. Massimo also gets a severe injury from the shoot. Fortunately, he could be saved. 5 years have passed, and Massimo is seen in trouble and trying to regain his family's assets lost due to investment. On the other hand, the beautiful woman named Laura also has a complicated problem at her workplace. These two main characters look very depressed about this situation. Laura immediately returns home and hopes her lover, Martin, can accompany her to play and comfort her. But Laura is rejected and is told to pack clothes because they will go out of town tomorrow. That's sad. She has to play alone with her favorite device that can vibrate. In another scene, Massimo has fun on his private plane with a beautiful flight attendant to comfort him. The next day, it turns out that Laura is on a birthday. She also celebrates it with Martin and her friends. However, Laura looks unhappy and begins to think about her relationship with Martin. She feels Martin does not care about him. For example, Martin could leave Laura alone on her birthday to climb the mountain. When Martin returns from the mountain, Laura cannot stand his attitude and pushes him to the pool. Laura is confused by her lover's behavior and chooses to go for a walk alone at night. However, she meets a man in black behind her. In the next scene, she wakes up in an odd luxurious place that has never been seen before. She also tries to explore the house and sees a massive photo of her in the living room. Suddenly, Massimo appears mysteriously behind her. Laura is very confused by what has happened, and Massimo explains everything. Starting from 5 years ago, he sees Laura's face vaguely when an unknown sniper shoots him and his father. He never forgets Laura's face and looks for her all over the world. Miracles occur after 5 years, and he finds Laura in the city. Therefore, he will give Laura the opportunity to love him in 365 days. In addition, he will not do anything to her without Laura's permission. He will also try his best to make Laura admire and love him. Moreover, he gives evidence that Martin is unsuitable for her because he apparently has another woman. Massimo then goes to take care of his work, and Laura returns to her room. The next day, Laura asks for her cell phone and laptop, but Massimo does not want to give them. Instead tells her to get ready because they are about to leave soon. Laura is perplexed because she feels like she is considered an item, and this is not a way to make Laura could love him. But Laura is forced to go to accompany Massimo. Before doing business, Laura tries to spend Massimo's money by shopping and also tries to escape from him when Massimo is off guard. Laura asks for help from the police. However, it turns out the police there are very obedient to Massimo. They greet Massimo and leave. This causes Laura to give up and follow her destiny. In the evening, Laura has dinner together at an elegant table, accompanied by Massimo's private chef. They chat and start trying to get to know each other. Then, Laura's cell phone and laptop are given after that. Laura immediately tells her mother that she has a contract at the best hotel in Sicilia, the city where she lives now. Since then, Laura has often provokes Massimo in various ways, such as the way she eats ice cream. Massimo is quite upset and tries to tie her while on the plane, so she can't do many things. This is actually done because Laura claims to be very bored, only accompanying Massimo every time. They have to go to a club in the evening to discuss business. However, Laura's behavior is too much. She wears clothes like this to attract the attention of the people there. The problem is that it is a crucial meeting and not a joke. Massimo looks angry and drags her out of the room. After being satisfied getting Massimo's attention, she leaves happily. Her weird behavior still continues. She also teases some of the men in that place until Massimo comes and pulls out his weapon. It turns out that the man comes from an influential family in that city, and Massimo's advisor reprimanded his unreasonable actions last night. Only because of one woman a big war between great families can occur. Massimo does not accept the reprimand smoothly. He almost loses control. Laura accidentally hears their conversation and finally apologizes for her bad behavior last night. She doesn't have the intention of making this a big problem. Massimo continues lecturing her, which upsets Laura, and she leaves from there. They debate until, finally, Laura has to fall from the ship. Without thinking, Massimo jumps and saves Laura, who has a weak heart. Luckily, Laura could still survive, and Massimo is very grateful for that. Laura's heart melts at that time, and she carries out the action that Massimo has been waiting for on her own will. They go to a dance party the next day, looking like a compatible couple. They dance to the rhythm of the songs in the midst of hundreds of people. Suddenly, a white-masked woman comes and praises their dance. She is Anna, who claims to be Massimo's first and true love. Anna whispers to him that she will take Laura's life if they can't be together. Laura, who knows that, asks Massimo to leave there immediately. The next day, Laura is sent home to Poland, her origin city. Massimo asks her to wait in an apartment he rents. The first thing she does is visit her friend named Olga, who is very surprised to see her. Olga thinks Laura is kidnapped, even though it is true she is. Laura also tells the story of the kidnapping in Sicilia. She claims to fall in love with her kidnapper, a gangster chairman. Strange things, but that is real to her. Laura is now enjoying her everyday life without Massimo, who always restrict her action. She also changes her hair and has a very different look now. One night, when Olga leaves with a new man, Martin approaches Laura and wants to invite her to talk. Martin continues giving the reason, but Laura no longer believes in him. There is no principle of one woman in one living in Martin's life. Regret does come later. Martin continues to persuade her, but Laura leaves. When the elevator is about to close, Martin holds it and follows Laura to her apartment. That's when the low-tone sound appears in that dark room. He is Massimo, who has been waiting for Laura's return. Laura tries to invite him in, but Martin wants to leave. He is afraid of the masculine figure Massimo. They also play together to release their feeling. Now, Laura has really fallen in love with Massimo, and he also invites her to get married. Marriage is immediately held, but this time is Laura's friend's marriage. At the wedding party, Massimo meets Laura's parents there, who ask about his job. With confidence, he says that he is a gangster and that their parents only can laugh at it. A beautiful life goes smoothly. Finally, they will manage their marriage. Laura requests that her friend Olga could be her companion at the wedding. That's where the fact is revealed. It turns out that Laura is pregnant. Her friend is immediately angry and thinks Massimo traps Laura into marrying him. Moreover, Massimo's work is very dangerous. But everything is already done, and Laura really loves him. Massimo's assistant and Olga accompany Laura to prepare her things, like a wedding dress. Olga is astonished by Laura's beauty and is really happy for her. After preparing for her wedding, Laura calls Massimo because she misses her so much. At the same time, Massimo's advisor finds information that Anna will take Laura's life. He asks the driver to drive faster, and he runs as hard as possible to approach Massimo. However, it's too late, and Massimo's phone, who is calling Laura, is suddenly cut off. Laura is never seen again since entering this place. You should understand what this scene means. Massimo only can kneel down after hearing that information. He loses his girlfriend forever. Life will not always be as smooth as our planning, even though you have power and money. Thank you for watching. What movie should I recap next? Like and subscribe will help us a lot.